Hey guys, TriggerMeister here, and today I'm reloading a couple of 700 grain 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum bullets. Alright, the loading charts usually only go to about 500 grain, but these are 700 grains of lead. These things are huge. When you look at them and put them in the case, you see this crimp groove right here? There's going to be about as much in the case as is sticking out of it. So, just in case you were wondering where they came from, these are Ranger Rick's Tyrannosaurus Thumpers. And I think they deserve the name, definitely. So, my understanding he's no longer in business, or he's no longer selling them, one of the two. But these came, I guess, out of an old collection. And, well, don't want to drag it out. Let's get to reloading. So, first we're going to start, well, these are already deprimed and resized. So we're going to use the hand primer and just prime the brass here. And we're going to make 5, load it with 20 grain of H110, and then we're going to make 5 more with 23 grain. And then last but not least, we're going to make 5 with 25 grain. That was basically the load that I found in several forums and also on handloaders.com. Or handloads.com, I should say. They have an awesome database that has loading data and collects loading data from individuals. So always be aware that whatever you read on the internet might not be right, but I found it in multiple sources, so that's why I'm going to go with the max on the one, which is going to be 25 grain. So, alright, next step we're going to do is I'm going to flare the cases for the bullets and put powder in, so stay tuned. Alright, and like I said, next step is to flare the case mouth. Usually I'd have all these in a loading block, but frankly, I don't have a loading block that's big enough for these suckers. So, we'll just run these through here real quick. And then we're ready for powder. Alright, next step is to put some powder in them. But before I actually put powder in them, what I did is I marked all the cases with 1, 3, and 5. So originally I thought I was going to do 20, 23, and 25 grain, but instead I think I'm going to do 21, 23, and 25. So we already tested the 20s. We know the 20s work good, so this should be a good separation, 2 grain. So, and this is from a previous project. This is my homemade powder trickler. So that's what I'm going to use to get the powder charge right. So here we go. There, we'll creep up on 21. You know, with pistol loads, I don't think it makes that much difference, but hey, we got the technology, so we might as well go for accuracy here. So here is 21 grain of H110. Number 1. Wait for it to zero out, and wow, this powder is going to go fast at 21 grain a bullet. Just for comparison's sake, to make 40 major bullets, I use right around 5.1 grains. So this is 4 times the amount of powder. And on the high speed, it trickles powder actually really fast, so sometimes you just gotta wait for the scale to catch up. So 21 on the dot. Alright, and here's the final step in the process. We're gonna put the bullets on, and I'm gonna use the bullet seating / crimp die from Lee. I usually really like the Lee factory crimps, but I don't have that for the Smith & Wesson 500. So, alright, here we go. And really the challenge is to get these on straight and get a nice tight crimp on them. You don't want these shaking loose while you're shooting them. So you can see the crimp is pretty heavy on these, and that's exactly what you want. So one little issue that I noticed reloading these is you gotta dial this out. I mean, this is almost all the way out. And so sometimes if the bullet is not perfectly straight, it catches. So that's why I'm really careful as I'm putting this in here. So and this is how you mess up a bullet. So I wasn't careful enough. I must have caught the side and completely depressed it. So, alright, well, this one is one for the burial grounds. So, okay. There we go. Okay. There, another perfect one. So, like I said, that was the first bullet I messed up of the Smith & Wesson 500s. So, yeah, usually you can run these up and into the seating die like there is no tomorrow, but when you're going out on a limb on these, you need to be a little more gentle. So, alright. Alright. 4 done. Alright, so I pulled a bullet on the one that I messed up. And there are some light marks on there. You could probably reload it, but I think what I'm going to do with the case, since I bulged it and everything, it's just going to be a demo piece. Let's call it that. So let's see if I can actually resize this case. Maybe no such luck. Nope. Oh, hang on. Oh, it went all up in there. Wow, you can definitely see where it was all bulged and got pushed back in. So, like I said, don't be cheap. Don't try to use something that was bulged like that for, the most powerful handgun cartridge in the world. So I'll probably stick the bullet back in and mark it as a demo piece. It'll be a good conversational part later on. And we are finished. So, again, these are loaded ammo with 700 grain bullets, and we have 21 grain of H110 behind these, and unfortunately I only have 4 of these. A Smith & Wesson Magnum 500 generally takes 5, but you guys all saw it on video. I messed one up, so yeah, we'll make this one into a souvenir piece. I'll put that in the mill and mill out a slot so people can see how far that bullet actually protrudes into that case. So moving on, then we have 5 with 23 grains of H110 and 5 with 25 grains of H110. So that's it. This is how you reload a Smith & Wesson 500. Stay tuned. I'm sure we'll have more videos from the range.